Good morning, everyone. Pull it down. I am what might be called a cradle Presbyterian. This is an old-time term signifying simply that I was baptized in the Presbyterian Church. With the exception of 1 year, I have been a Presbyterian all my life. I was one of those people that Sunday school and church just took. Do not be confused. Faith has not always been consistent, and I have had questions just as every other person. But the community of church has been a consistent part of my life always. I was one of those kids, and this will surprise many of you, who did everything right. I came to the other life later. I loved the discipline of going to Sunday school and church. This will certainly date me, but do you remember those perfect attendance pins? I had a chest full. All 12 years. Proud as I was at the time, it's actually a little embarrassing now. However, I share this because part of what draws me to church and worship is habit. Now, I know that sounds odd, but take it with the positive meaning of habit. It has been a good habit in my life. Having said that, the habit part is the least, as it should be, reason for my time in worship and church. God's love, as I have experienced it through the community of faith, is the most important reason I'm here. My family was very small. A father, a mother, a brother 8 years younger, and a grandmother who lived 4 hours away were it. Other than a very nuclear family, we were alone in our town. I'm grateful that my parents, both of them, were church members and goers, so that my habit was actually instilled by them. We all went to church all the time I lived at home. Not only did we go, but we were involved. The people in our church were my extended family, my kin, and they were very important to me, and they let me know they cared about me. Most of you know that Dick and I, a very homesick child, and this is kind of important, when away from home, one church camp I attended, I kept saying, I know I'm having fun if I could just quit crying. We have moved many times into many regions of the country, certainly not in my original life plan. We moved a lot even before his going to seminary. Because we were both raised in the church, and he even had a big family that attended his, we realized the value of this community. So within a week or two of moving to a new place, we'd find our church and family. We have been so fortunate with both. Besides family and community, most importantly, worship is where God reminds me who I am and whose I am. It helps that I had a very loving father because I can more easily transfer that experience to God's loving me. And in worship, I can be reset for the week ahead and whatever life may bring. When we left Reno, I, for the first time in many years, was able to choose our church family. TPC was my obvious choice, and thankfully, we were allowed to return. You will never really know how much we value you and are grateful to be part of you. Thanks for being my family and being extensions of God's love as we live and worship together.